Hey there, this is Dawn Del Vecchio, and in this short video, we're going to look at some simple list hygiene strategies for people who are building their list of fans and followers with a list management system. And this is simple. This is not for advanced people who have, huge machines in their back end of their marketing and sales funnels. This is really basic list hygiene, keeping your list scrubbed, cleaned, and responsible, basically. So when we talk about lists, we talk about your list of fans and followers. We're talking about people who have given you their email address, trusting that you won't sell it or spam them, etc. Now, there are three places these emails can live. The first is your main list management system. So, for example, if you have a business about, let's say you have a coaching business and you're doing business coaching, and you've built a list based on possibly speaking publicly or providing some free gift, and people agree to give you their email address and in exchange for something you've given them or because they would like to receive more information from you. And it's on a main list management system, possibly something more robust than let's say a MailChimp or something. So that's your main list. And that list would be the list that's aligned with whatever you're currently doing. Now let's say you've got a secondary list, and this secondary list would be people who haven't been active. So when you're very good at managing your list, as you mail to your main list, and let's say you've been mailing for a year or two, and you find there's going to be, there's always only a percentage of people who open and click through and all of that. So there's a percentage of people who don't respond. Well, those non-responders will affect your deliverability with your main list management system if you keep them in that system. In other words, if you only get a 20% open rate time and time again, which is actually pretty good, but just for argument's sake here, then at some point it looks as if people just aren't opening your emails. So the different email services like Google and Yahoo and Microsoft or something, all of these, they respond to that. There's a recognition that your deliverability isn't great. So what strategic marketers do is they periodically scrub their list. They look at all the people who haven't been really responding, clicking through, or opening very much. And they have a secondary list management system. Maybe it's a MailChimp, or maybe it's like a web or something like that. And they put these people on their secondary system and then maybe market to them in a different kind of way. Another way you might have people on a secondary list management system or a secondary sub-list within your main system are people that you were connected with when you were doing a different kind of business. So let's say you're a coach now, and your main list management system, your main lists are directed toward that. But in the past, you had a retreat center, or you had a brick and mortar business of some kind that was somewhat associated, where there could be cross interest between this group and this group, but not 100%. So you've got this other list with these other people on it who knew you from another iteration or incarnation of your business. And so you don't want to just take these people and migrate them over to your main list, because first of all, you kind of don't have permission since your business is different now. But secondly, the interest might not be there. So it could really dramatically impact your open and click-through rates. In other words, further reducing your ability to get deliverability in your main list management system. Finally, and I'm going to talk about what to do about all these in a moment, but I just want to go over these possibilities. Finally, the other thing is that you may have been going about having a business of some kind, or building a big community, a big network of friends or followers that's not even in any kind of list management system. You might have a spreadsheet, for example, of clients and customers, or a big Facebook network or something like that. But more, I'm talking about the former, some kind of spreadsheet of past clients and customers and prospects. They're not in a list management system, and perhaps they didn't give you any permission to be in a list management system, to be marketed to in an automated kind of way. So what do you do with, okay, so here, these are the three ways you might have collections of people. Your main list, your inactives that you've removed from your main list, or inactives because they're from a previous business, or people who aren't on any kind of list management system but are in fact in your collection of friends, fans, network, and followers. Now, if you want to begin promoting something on your main list, like let's say you've developed a new program and you want to market it, and you know that some of the inactives from this list and some of the people who used to follow you in your previous business might well be interested in this new offer you would like to promote through this list. Again, also, you may know that, gee, some of these people who I've got on this long spreadsheet of former customers are really going to like this new offer that I've created. So what do? Do you just hire an assistant to transfer all these names from these two different lists to here? No, bad idea. It's not good business practice, A, at the very least. And B, it's going to mess up your deliverability rates, and it could well look like, you get a few complaints of people who've forgotten who you are, and you're going to get spam complaints, and that will really mess up your relationship with the list management system, with the company. So what you want to do is you want to create some way, some kind of opt-in gift, some kind of offer that's free or engaging, or somehow that will engage and pique the curiosity, the interest, not just the curiosity, but the genuine interest in the two potential subgroups here and the group here. So you want to create a gift. So let's say you're going to offer a new exotic destination 5-day retreat in another part of the world, in Hawaii, say. And you know that there's people on all 4 of these potential lists you have, the 2 potentials here and this one, who might be interested. What you want to do is you want to create a sub-list in your main system. We're going to call it right now a bucket. And this is or you could even call it a pre-launch bucket. Pre-launch bucket. Or it could be a new direction bucket. And this is going to be a way to begin to build your tribe aligned with what you're really doing now, your real true direction, or a new aspect of your current direction. So what you want to do is create a gift, a free gift. So let's say it's an exotic retreat in Hawaii, and on the retreat you're going to be training people in skills A, B, and C. So what you want to do is you want to think about, well, the people who would be interested in attending an exotic retreat in Hawaii to learn skills A, B, and C also probably need to know about X, Y, and Z. And they love guided audios. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a really wonderful guided audio that's very high value, not just high perceived value, but really high value, that's going to teach them the first thing they need to know about X, Y, and Z. Or maybe you say, well, my ideal audience, they're B2B business owners, and they have more of a corporate mindset. So what they're going to want is a full-fledged deep dive report about the state of the industry, about a specific aspect of X, Y, and Z in their industry. So I'm going to do some research, I'm going to create a white paper, and I'm going to offer that as the freebie for them to opt into. So you know, your your free gift is based entirely and completely on the needs of the ideal audience that you want to build, put in a bucket. And of course, that ties in with your expertise. So what do? You create the freebie, and then you build an opt-in page. You build a page on your website or on some of the other platforms that are available, and you create this opt-in gift. And the opt-in gift is that, they give you their first name and email address, and in order to get the free gift. And you build the sequence for that, and that's something you can hire someone to do. We don't need to talk about the how of that. That's technology. But then how do you get people to this opt-in gift page, this opt-in page? Well, your regular list, you can simply just send them an email or 2 or 3. Same thing with your secondary list. Your secondary list, same thing. You send them an email and you drive them to this opt-in page. Let me put this here, opt-in page. Okay, so you drive them to the opt-in page with ideal free gift offer. And then with the people who are just in a spreadsheet or something like that, they're not on any list management system, you will write them individually. You will write them individually. Now, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can say, all right, I've got a list of 5,000. What the heck are you talking about, Dawn? I can't. I have a spreadsheet with 5,000 people. So first of all, you have to be selective. You may go through that list of 5,000 and cull, like put a little tick mark or something, or next to the ones that are most likely going to want this, because probably not all of them will. Same thing here. You're going to select the ones that would really most align with this free gift, the ones you most want in your new bucket. So you have to, that's where the scrubbing comes in too. You got to scrub, you got to clean, you might need to delete people off of any of these lists. Then once you've narrowed the list, say you bring it from 5,000 down to 2,000 or 2,500 or 3,000. From there, what you'll do is you'll craft a letter, an email that could be very much along the lines of this, but maybe more personalized if this spreadsheet has more personal contacts. And then you can send the email to yourself and BCC a group at a time, like 10 people at a time. That's if you have a really big list. If you've got a list of, say you've got a list of 100 people, and these are all personal contacts of yours, and you want to personalize it, well, that's going to take some time. You may need to hire someone to do that for you. You're still going to have your main message, right? Which is to tell them to go on over to this free page for your free gift. And the free gift isn't going to necessarily say what the new offer, hey, I'm going to do this retreat. It might, but it might say, hey, here's the 5 things you need to know about how to choose the best self-care retreat, or the best retreat to get A, B, and C. So in other words, if your list is very personal, if you've got a collection of 100 people and you're very personally connected with them, you're going to have to devote some time to creating very personalized messages. However, and again, if you've got a group of people who are not on any list management system, you could load them into a sub-list of like a MailChimp or something. But if you start getting lots of spams, you're going to have a problem and they're going to block your account. That's why it's better to do like 10 at a time in a BCC, put them in the BCC and mail it to yourself as the main receiver of the email. So I hope this makes sense. And, if you do have questions, go ahead and let me know. And this is about list hygiene strategies. This is the best way to build your list here on your main list management system safely, responsibly, respecting other people's privacy without spamming them, and protecting your mail deliverability, as well as just your overall integrity and alignment with your business for long-term connection with great contacts, prospects, and community. All right, thanks a lot. Hope this helps. Bye-bye.